Hi, welcome back to 101 Ways to Beat Depression. I'm Matt, and this is the second video on this channel where we're basically trying to explain the methodology of what we're trying to do here. So in the first video, if you've not watched it, brief recap, but I do encourage you to have a look. I'll leave a link in the description. What we were talking about is we are different people. We are different identities, life experiences, situation. And so we have different mental health. And because we are different, we have different needs. We shouldn't be just following what someone else says. We should be understanding what we need and following that. And to do that, what we want to do is experiment. And we're going to be getting into how we do this in the next few videos. But we want to experiment so you learn what works and doesn't work. Out of all these many positive habits and things you can do in the world, yes, they're positive, but some of them just don't work for you or won't work for you. Not right now, maybe at some point in the future they might. But sometimes things don't work. And what we want to do is we want to experiment on ourselves to understand what works and what doesn't. And we want to keep what works and we want to get rid of what doesn't. Like I said, the things you're getting rid of that don't work are really positive things that should work, but it doesn't mean they will. And that's what I'm trying to say. You and your situation, who you are, is completely different. To say that everything will work for someone is crazy. It doesn't work. And I think that mindset we need to get is, yeah, I am different. I'm going to do things my way. I'm going to find out what I need to build my mental health toolbox, my toolkit. You know, for when those bad days come, I've got this. I'm fine. I know what I need to do. And by doing that, you're going to get such a strong development, not just in mental health, but in life, and really find yourself and really get confident and really know who you are and what you need to do because you figured this out. Instead of just someone telling you what to do and you just believing it because someone told you, so you're trying to be like them. You're not like them. You're definitely not like them. You definitely need different things. So, with that being said, what are we doing to change? What are we doing in this experiment? Well, it's not going to come as much of a surprise if you are into your self-help or watched kind of videos before. The truth is, we need to change habits. Yep, you heard it before. You heard it before. But the difference with what we're doing is we're doing it in a more methodical way where we're doing it over a period of time and we're reflecting on it and then we're choosing what we keep and what we don't. So we're not just going, we'll do this forever because someone told me and it'll hopefully work at some point. No, we're going to keep the stuff that works. We're going to get rid of the habits, that don't. And I mean, those are good habits. We're going to do the good habits for a period of time. And if that one isn't working, gone. One that's working, right, great, continue. So why are habits important? Well, everything you do is a habit. We are literally controlled by habits. Our behaviors every day, everything we are doing is habitual. It's been a repeat process, and we kind of say habits are usually good, but you can have bad habits. I think really we should be calling them addictions. Of course, it's easy to say gambling addiction, drug addiction, alcohol addiction. But when you have those ruminating thoughts, when you start beating yourself up in your head, when you start overthinking things, that is an addiction, that's a habit. These negative feelings that you have on repeat, it's habitual in a lot of ways. You've programmed your body and brain to feel this way, even when you didn't want to. Things can happen, but you can repeatedly dwell on it. You can repeatedly just fall into these holes where you get addicted to negativity. You get addicted to self-destructive things. So it doesn't have to be alcohol or drugs or anything like that. It can literally be an addiction to negativity, addiction to ruminating thoughts. So we want to get rid of that. We want to replace these bad habits, these addictions, with good ones. We want to rewire our brain to feel positivity on a daily basis. Let it remind your brain what it feels like. Get it used to feeling better more often than negative, right? And if we do that, it will rewire. The brain's extremely plastic. It really does change if you keep pushing stuff on it in the same way that it's made you feel negative. And I want you to know that your depression, your anxiety, your stress is not your identity. It's not you. It's just this thing that we programmed into ourselves due to extensive amount of reasons. You know, it really could just be trauma. And I'm not trying to knock that at all and say, you know, it's your fault, because it's not at all. I'm just saying this is just how we work as human beings when bad things happen. It can be an automatic response. But of course, I don't want you to be a victim at all as well. This channel's not about that. It really is about you taking control and changing and really empowering yourself. And you're going to do it. I'm 100% certain you're going to do it. So we need to just realize that we need to get rid of these negative habits that are destroying our lives. We need to replace them with positive ones. And we want to do that over a period of time, which I'll talk about in the next video. And that period of time, spoiler, is 30 days. And you're probably thinking, if you know anything about habits, you'll be like, Matt, that's not gonna create a habit, is it? No, it's not. But it will give us a period of time. If we do something consecutively for 30 days straight, it'll give us enough data to reflect and analyze whether we keep it on or we don't. And that's important. We won't want to go too far down the line with it. We want to do like 60, 90 days, which is where you become a habit. But you need to analyze after a period whether you want to make it into a full habit. So when you get to that 30 days and it's working for you, you'll be like, right, I'll keep this going. I mean, you'll keep it going to 60, 90 forever, hopefully. And it will become ingrained into you, who you are. And again, will be part of that toolkit I keep talking about, which is great. Or you do after 30 days and it's just been a complete disaster. It's been a struggle. It's been so hard for you. It doesn't work. You don't have the time. And you just be like, okay, let's put that away. And you've not lost anything here. You know, we want to be efficient. I want you to be efficient. I don't want you to be wasting your time. Like, it may be an experimental thing and it might take, you know, months at a time, but it's actually faster than you just kind of doing anything and everything without a structure, without this reflection. So if you take anything away from this video, it is that we need to change our habits. This is what is going to change our life, but we're going to be finding habits that work for us. So it's not going to be outside of our identity. It's going to be like finding things that we were meant to do in the first place. And what it's going to do is we're going to rewire our brains. We're going to remove some of that baggage that we hold, because we hold a lot of baggage. We hold a lot of, nearly swore, I won't, but you know, we hold a lot of stuff, right? And a lot about becoming who we want to be and being happy is about taking away rather than adding. And you'll see as we go that the habits and the things that I put forward, we're kind of just decluttering, you know, we're taking away a lot of things to improve things, to grow. And you're really going to grow with habits. It's the best way. We're going to change all our behaviors. We're going to change our mindsets. We're going to change how we feel. And it's going to be permanent, but it's going to be your choice. Remember that. You're going to choose. You're going to say it works or it doesn't work. And the things that work are going to keep working. And you're not going to fall off the wagon. It's going to be sustainable. And that's really exciting. And that's really good. And that is why it's going to work for you. And you need to be positive and be like, right, I'm ready to change. I'm going to change my habits. I'm going to stick with this guy on the camera talking to me right now. And a lot of good times are going to happen. I promise. I promise. Why not? If not, you can shout at me. Write in the comments, you're an idiot. Something like that. I don't mind. I don't mind. I like criticism, constructive criticism. It's all healthy. I'm going to leave it there. In the next one, we're going to talk about that 30 days a little bit. You know, hopefully not too long, but I do like to ramble. I admit it. So as always, please like the video, comment on the video if you like. Please subscribe, massively helps the channel. So I really appreciate those subscribes. And if you want to check out my website, you can get my ebook there, which is the practical manual of the 101 ways to beat depression. So it's lots of practical things and it really gels well with this YouTube channel. So you're going to get a really big amount of value from it. And I do offer coaching and consultancy too, if you want a kind of one-on-one approach. It's all there, all up to you. As ever, if you're watching still, absolutely love you, and I hope you still keep watching the channel because we've got a lot more to talk about and a lot of great things to come. So leaving it there, I hope you all have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next one.